We are live from Nordonia High School here in Nordonia, Ohio. Cleveland hosted us last week, but we're here in Nordonia as the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids take on the Flag City Phantoms. Ken Straub here on the broadcast here on the Straub Bro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. Thank you for joining in with us. Rapids wearing their all-black uniforms, gold trim, gold helmets. Flag City in their gray uniforms, purple helmets, red numbers. Flag City is going to return this kickoff. So we're going to get underway here. As always, thank you for joining us. Whether it is on Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate you joining us for the broadcast as always. Bobby Rhodes Jr. going to kick the ball away here for the Rapids. Cuyahoga Falls Rapids coming into this game undefeated, looking to stay that way as we would get kicked. Underway here. Ball is away. Returner's going to let it bounce. Going to pick it up on the bounce at the 10-yard line. Going to take it to the middle of the field. He's going to try to cut it out to the side. And that's where he'll get tackled before he gets to the 20-yard line. Good job there by the Rapids special teams. And that's where Flag City will take over. This Rapids defense on the field first, hungry. This team has not given up many points this year. This defense prides themselves on keeping themselves off the field and, when they can't get their hands to the ball, turning defense into some points as well. So we'll get zoomed in here. So it'll be first down. Ball at the 19-yard line. So we're underway here now. Rapids versus Flag City as we're getting to the late this season. All these wins very important. Quarterback's going to take the handoff on the first play of the game. We're going to have a flag, probably a face mask there. However, already that defensive line of the Falls Rapids showing you what's been one of their strengths all year, not allowing movement from the offensive line, getting in on the ball carrier. Yep, and we are going to have the face mask. Both big men in there on the tackle. Tall, big running back. They try to hit him up a little too high. Got a hand to the face there. So that's going to move Flag City up to the 34-yard line. First down again. Quarterback's going to just toss that out to the outside. Pick up a gain of a couple there. Quick out, quick throw there. And a big shout out to Sham, already in on the stream. We miss you, Sham. All love to you, my guy. We will absolutely see you as soon as you can get back here. So it's going to be second and short now. Oh, we're going to have another penalty. Going to have a free play. Incomplete, however. As you did see there, we are going to have an offsides. That defense hungry to get some pressure on. A couple mistakes early on here. I will say it has been 2 weeks since this Rapids football team has been able to get on the field, so a little bit of rust. So free set of downs there to be 1st and 10 here. Ball at the 44-yard line. Quarterback going to take that once again, throw that quick out. Wide receiver is going to try to turn the corner, and he does not get very far there. Good job. A rally into the football there, only pick up a couple there. And obviously, I'm going to point out something. Not sure exactly how there, but this quarterback is obviously going to be throwing some quick passes, quick screen. Does not look like he's very comfortable throwing a deep ball. So something to keep an eye out for the Rapids. Typically, this defense does like to kind of sit back and allow the play to come to them, make good tackles, stay in front. They may have to bring that pressure up just a little bit to have those guys step a little closer. But we'll see. Appreciate you, Uncle Joey. Switching over to YouTube to watch it on the TV. Happy to be here at Nordonia High School. Beautiful facility here. So, 2nd down here. Ball just on the other side of the 50 there. 4 wide receivers. One going to come in motion now. Quarterback going to take that. Once again, he was looking for the quick one. Now he's going to look deep, and that's going to be picked off. A great job there. An amazing job there to track that football. And we just talked about it, that this quarterback did not look comfortable throwing that deep ball. And that first one he threw up there, grabbed by the Rapids defense. A great job there. So your Rapids offense will take over here. So we'll see how this Rapids offense will look to attack this Phantom defense. Ball's going to be placed about the 26-yard line there. Rapids come out, Lane Dixon and quarterback Monte Taylor in the backfield. Lefty on the bottom of your screen, Sean Smith Jr., Dylan Exton at wide receiver. Ray, extra guy in at fullback. They're going to take that, hand that off to Monte Taylor on the first play. Monte Taylor's going to push it up and gain, it looks like a gain of about 6 or 7 on that play. Looks like we're going to have quick penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct. Give the Rapids a free 15 and a 1st down. Shout out to Paula in the comments too. Paula will win the Rapids Fan Chat Award today since we've got Anna here at the game with us. So, ball going to be at the 49-yard line and a 1st down for the Rapids. Ray coming over in the slot, going to hand that off to Monte again. Going to go nowhere on that play. Actually get wrapped up for a loss of 1. Good job there by Flag City to get some pressure right up the middle. Ray going to check out. Playing on defense and playing in at fullback today. Anthony Spooney going to check in at wide receiver. Going to go lefty, Spooney, Sean Smith Jr., Dylan Exton across your screen. Monte Taylor in the backfield with Danae Dixon. 2nd and 11. Then you're going to drop back, looking, scanning, going to step up in the pocket. And he's going to get sacked in the backfield there. Good job once again by this Flag City defense. Getting through, showing pressure. And that's going to bring up 3rd and forever. Shout out to my mama in the comments as well, as she's also in the stands. Got my whole crew here, my little guy as well. So it's going to be 3rd and long here. Rapids going to come out with those same wide receivers. Brandon McCann going to check in the backfield for Monte Taylor. Going to fake the handoff. Look. Going to throw it deep. And it's going to be picked off. So, tried to go for one deep. And that one's going to be picked off. Good job by Anthony Spooney to get right there and turn into a DB. So now this Rapids defense will be called on again. FCP is going to come in with a first down. 36-yard line. Still here in the first quarter. Just under 10 minutes left. Still, obviously, 0-0. FCP going to get their second crack at an offensive possession here. First one ending in a pick. Quarterback going to take that, hand it off to the running back up the middle, and he's going to get hit and cracked. Pick up maybe a yard or two there. Great job by Zaire Graham in on the tackle. Good to have him back this week, too. Shout out to our guy, Vaughn, in on the comment section as well. Miss you, Big Vaughn. And I agree with you, Tank. It was there. Rapids defense now. Second down. Jumped again, so we're going to have a free play. Quarterback going to take an unnecessary hit there. However, we're going to get our guy, Josh Davis, there on a jump. So it's going to bring up second and short. As we said, just bringing some pressure. Going to get that first down. He's going to spin through for a couple. Rapids showing some pressure. Mark Hale coming in on the blitz. But a good job there by FCP. Controlling the line. Looks like we're going to have an official timeout. Not exactly sure. Well, we'll take a second here. Check out one of our... maybe not. Was going to take a step away. We are going to step away here for a second.
Putty's Kitchen. Whether you're craving award-winning wings, juicy burgers, loaded fries, or your favorite cocktail, Putty's Kitchen is the place to catch the game with family and friends. Located at 1714 Merriman Road in Akron, Ohio, they're serving up great food, great drinks, and a winning atmosphere every day of the week. When the final whistle blows, head over to Putty's Kitchen for great food, cold drinks, and all your favorite sports on the big screens. Nothing pairs football like wings and burgers and Putty's Kitchen and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Proud sponsor of Reggie Rogers, Jameer Boykin, Denane Dixon, Bobby Eccles Jr., and Casey Gladney.
All right, so we come back in here. A little bit of confusion. Big hit, big tackle, going nowhere on that play. So a good job there by this Rapids defensive line. Getting pressure in there, not allowing much there. Be second down now. FC bringing some motion, going to hand it off to the wide receiver. He's going to try to sprint, almost get to the hash. He's going to trip and fall there.
When they set the ball, is when that clock kicks, right? They're always giving me that.
Yeah,
So I just want to make sure.
when he says.
I'm not trying to get kicked out of here, okay? I'm trying to get paid for it.
Okay, so it's third down now. Rapids defense going to try to get themselves off the field here. Looks like we're going to have a jump. They're going to throw it out to that wide receiver. It's going to fall incomplete. It's going to be offsides on the Rapids. Multiple penalties here in the first quarter. Just going to give FCP another first down. And honestly, they're marching the field up, or marching the ball down the field through some penalties. Not what Coach Buddy and this defense want to do. Just about 7 minutes now here in the first quarter. Still 0-0. FCP, two wide receivers at the top of the screen, one down towards the bottom. Going to take that, hand it off to the running back, and he's going nowhere. Going to get swallowed up by Dustin Dye. Almost impossible to try to run the ball through him. Set clock ticking under 6:30 here in the first quarter here in Adonia High School for your Rapids' last home game of the year. Oh, wide receiver screen. It's going to fall incomplete there.
Should this technically still run after an incomplete?
So third down here. Rapids defense going to try to get themselves off the field, give the offense a chance. Four wide receivers, two to each side of the ball for Flag City. One running back in the backfield. And we're going to have a false start. Josh Davis showing some pressure, causing the false start. Chomping at the bit to make up for the mistake that he had. I know that wants to get himself another sack. So it's going to be third and long now. Rapids defense fired up. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout on Flag City. We'll step away here on the broadcast. We'll be back in a second.
Infinity Construction Company. From healthcare and education to retail and office buildings, Infinity Construction delivers expert general contracting, construction management, and design build services throughout Northeast Ohio. Whether it's building anew or bringing a vision to life, Infinity Construction is committed to quality, integrity, and lasting partnerships. When it's time to build, build with confidence. Check out infinityconstruction.com today and discover how they're bringing projects to life across Northeast Ohio. Proud sponsors of Josh Davis and Mari Mitchell.
Have you been to Buddy's? I haven't been there. I've seen a lot of posts about Buddy's.
All right, so we're back in here, live on the Strawbro Sports Show, Facebook and YouTube page. Rapids got a third down and long here to defend against. Chance to get themselves off the field.
Right. Yeah, go at 11 a.m. right when they open. Right? Anytime of the day now. I have to stay away from Highland Square now. Yeah, geez. That's always been. Eddie over there.
Rapids defense looking to make a play. Pressure. Quarterback's going to step up. He's going to throw it. Oh, and we're going to have a late flag. We'll take a look. We're going to have a personal foul. Roughing the passer. Ooh. And an offensive pass interference. Those will offset. Will replay third down. Wow. So a huge, I would say, a huge play, because that was a great defensive play by the DBs back there to get their hands to that ball. I did not see the roughing the passer, so I won't speak on the roughing the passer. However, replay 3rd and 15 and another chance for this Rapids defense to get off the field. Quarterback dropping back, looking. He's gonna. Oh, he threw it over the middle. It was gonna almost land right into Mark Hale's arms, but it's gonna fall incomplete, and that's gonna set up 4th down. Rapids are gonna have Brandon McCann and Anthony Spooney back to receive this.
I don't know. I didn't know what time it was.
But it doesn't look like Rapids going to call a timeout because it did not look like. A little bit of confusion there. Rapids had the special teams on the field. Flag City ran the offense back out there. So, and we'll take a quick timeout here on Strawboro Sports Show. All right, so we're back in here. Fourth down. 4th and 15. Flag City keeping the offense. It does look like back on the field. Rapids got a guy at about the 20-yard line just in case. And now Flag City running guys on late. Referee's holding it for a substitution. I gotta say, these guys are taking their job very seriously. We gotta give this ref crew credit today. And yep. Oh, and he poached it straight up in the air. Great job by the Rapids defense to just get immediately out of the way. And the Rapids will take over right at the 40-yard line.
First down. 1-yard punt. Two. He wants a retraction.
So, 5:44 here in the first quarter. Locked into a defensive battle. Rapids defense forcing the punt. They're going to get themselves on the field now.
It's motivation for the next one. Knock at like a 67-yard punt. Right. Take that 2-yard punt.
All right, so Rapids offense. Dylan Exton, lefty. Darwin Filey, Mari Mitchell in the game. Monte Taylor in the backfield. And then he's going to take that. He's going to throw it out. Was looking for, actually, that was Sean Smith Jr. Was looking for Sean. Did not find him there. Second down now. Little. A bit of a stall here to start the game for the Rapids offense. Haven't been able to get much going quite yet.
He stepped into the pocket. Trying to get that out.
So it'll be second down here, ball at the 40-yard line. Same crew in. Nain going to look, throw that out to Sean. Sean's going to get out to the outside. He's got a blocker in front of him. He's going to push that out. Good job there to pick up a first down. Sean Smith Jr. So as I say it, it comes through. Just a little bit of a struggle there. They get the first down, get this offense starting to move. Ball going to be at the Phantoms 47-yard line. So Rapids take their first foray into Phantoms territory. Same crew, Dylan Exton, lefty, Sean Smith Jr., Mari Mitchell on the outside, Monte Taylor in the backfield with Danae Dixon. Nain takes it, hand it off to Monte. Monte going to try to break that out to the middle, break it out to the numbers. Monte's going to turn the corner, and Monte Taylor is gone. I do apologize. I did not realize I couldn't get myself into the corner there. We're going to have a hold on the Rapids. As I do a little bit of a adjustment here. There we go. Just have to do some switching around as we switch on sides of the field. I apologize for that. So we'll get locked back in here. Whew. So we'll reset. 1st and 20. 4:43 here left in the first quarter. Still 0-0. Rapids and Phantoms. Absolutely. Trust in 2. He's actually going to check out. Brandon McCann going to check in. Darwin Filey going to check in for his first possession. Going to take that hand. Fake the handoff to McCann. Going to try to throw that out to Darwin. It's going to fall incomplete. I'm sorry, Sean Smith Jr. Now Darwin Filey will check in. As well as Reggie Rogers and Anthony Spooney. All right, so 2nd and 20. Anthony Spooney, Reggie Rogers, Darwin Filey. Reggie's going to come in motion. Nain going to fake that. Looking over the middle, and he's going to throw an interception. And that's going to get taken back to... Tried to reach it in, and then he's going to reach that in for a touchdown. Now, we got a flag. So we're going to assess that. I got both Coach Jamal and I got head coach Jamal Singleton and the offensive coordinator Chris Ballantyne pointing the other way. And yes, we're going to have a roughing the passer call on Danae Dixon. So that's going to give the Rapids a first down. However, would have been the second interception of the game. And I would have to say that this offense, minus maybe one outstanding throw and catch to Sean Smith Jr. has not really been able to get started quite yet. Monte Taylor with a big run that has come back with a flag. The flags absolutely destroying both sides of the ball right now for the Rapids. The defense has been able to hold strong, but yes. So the roughing the passer call is going to flip, absolutely flip it. Rapids are now going to have the ball at the 42-yard line. So scary time, but another chance here. Monte Taylor going to check back in. Anthony Spooney at the bottom of your screen. Darwin Filey at the top. We'll see what the Rapids do with the do-over. They're going to hand it off to Monte. Monte's going to dance in the hole, and Monte's going to take off up the middle. And Monte Taylor with a huge run and first down there. What did the Rapids do with that? They handed it to the guy, the man that makes it happen, Monte Taylor, with a big first down there. Rapids in deep now into Phantoms territory. Ball going to be at the 21-yard line. And with just under or about to be 4 minutes left in the first quarter, a big opportunity to get some points on the board after what potentially could have been points on the other side.
Really long first quarter. Probably penalties.
And absolutely drop them twos in the chat. Trust in two. So, Monte will check out for a second. Reggie Rogers, Brandon McCann check back in too. Oh, and Danae mixed the ball. Snapped it. A great job by Brandon McCann to just fall on that ball. But every time this Rapids offense starts to roll,
Went from the 21 to the 43.
so almost 20-yard loss. Give a shout out to Duncan. I love that you have an open date, but man, people are scared to play those Ravens. We played them last year. Had a great game with them, but I see why people are afraid to play them. Second down here for the Rapids. They're a huge loss there. And they're going to drop back, looking. Got a man over the middle, and he caught that football. An absolute great job to go over there and get that through the DBs into pressure. Absolutely hyped up there. So we're going to have another stoppage here. So as you've seen him waving up towards us up here, a little bit of, I guess, clock issues, but more miscommunication from the field up to us up here in the booth. I'm going to defend my guys up here in the booth. So third down. Brandon McCann still in. Lefty, Dylan. Checked in. Name's going to drop back. Looking, scanning. He's going to throw it. Oh, he was looking for Mari Mitchell over top. Almost had him. And Bobby Rhodes Jr. is going to come on to attempt. A field goal here. It's going to be about a 41-yard field goal for Bobby Rhodes Jr. I talked to Coach Singleton pregame. He thought Bobby Rhodes was going to be absolutely deadly from 40. And I know Bobby doesn't believe tacking on an extra yard will do anything. Ball is down. Kick is up. And it's going to be wide. It's going to be no good there. So, 1:52 here left in the first quarter. Phantoms get another chance. So, we're going to have an illegal substitution on Flag City. I'm going to throw a 5-yard penalty on there. I will say this
Illegal substitution.
these referee crew, been all over the place. Been I should say all over the field. Very, very, very strict to the rules, but consistent in that, I will say, which is all that you could ask for, and which is something we haven't really had from both of the officiating crews, I'll be honest. So, we will take pride in that. So, legal substitution will back the Phantoms up 5 yards here. First play, they're going to hand it off to the running back, and he's going to get stopped and go nowhere. I would probably have to give credit for almost the entire defensive line. It looks like we all do have a Rapids player down. Looks like Josh Davis hurt on that play. And pretty badly. Looks like the arm or the shoulder, so we'll keep him updated.
So do I stop this shit when they fucking blow their whistle when they don't fucking wave me? That's what I've been doing. Jesus Christ.
All right, we'll step away here on the broadcast. Check on Josh. We'll be back in a minute. Today I want to talk to you about Ani's Army Foundation. Started by Mark and Lynn Meyer to honor their daughter Annika, Ani's Army Foundation was formed to raise money for the research of medulloblastoma tumors and other pediatric cancers, while making a positive impact on the community and helping those families in need. Here on the website, anisarmy.org, you can follow Ani's story, a story of strength and the love that her family has with her and she has with them as she fights this battle. Here on the website, if you can, please donate via Venmo, credit card, PayPal, cash, or check. Any donation is loved and any donation is appreciated. Thank you. All right. So, Josh was able to get up under his own power. Going through some stretches down at the bottom of the screen with the trainer. Does appear like he is okay. I don't want to speculate on returning to the game, but not as severe as it did at first appear, which is great. So second down now for the Phantoms after the big stop there on first down by the Rapids defensive line. Phantom's taking a long time here. Quarterback in a drop back. Looking. He's going to throw it over the middle. And it's going to be picked off by Anthony Spooney. A great job there. Great job there. Anthony Spooney reading the play, diving in on the throw, getting in front of there, beating the wide receiver to the football. So now, Rapids will get another opportunity here. Ball going to be at the 33-yard line of the Phantoms. Rapids break the huddle. Dylan Exton, lefty. Sean Smith Jr., Maury Mitchell. Monte Taylor back in the backfield with Danae Dixon. And another bad snap. Monte Taylor is going to pick that up at half field. Going to try to dance and do something, but he's not going to be able to get through much. He's going to get tackled there at about just on the other side of the 50. And another bad snap and another missed opportunity there. So Rapids break the huddle now. Same set. Dylan Exton, lefty. Sean, Maury Mitchell, Monte Taylor in the backfield with Danae Dixon. They ain't going to take that. Looking. Oh, and it's going to get hit. And it was dropped. A lucky break there for the Rapids. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long. Rapids defense giving the offensive opportunity, but unfortunately, a bad snap and a broken play set this drive back. So we're going to take something magical here to move the chains. And they ain't going to take that. Pressured. Throws it out to Monte. Monte's going to try to break that tackle, but can't. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Rapids. Bobby Rhodes Jr. going to come in and punt this away. So we're going to come to the end of the first quarter, more than likely. So, as we bring it to the end of the first quarter here on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page, Rapid 0, Phantom 0. We'll be back here in a moment on the Strawboro Sports Show.
Putty's Kitchen. Whether you're craving award-winning wings, juicy burgers, loaded fries, or your favorite cocktail, Putty's Kitchen is the place to catch the game with family and friends. Located at 1714 Merriman Road in Akron, Ohio, they're serving up great food, great drinks, and a winning atmosphere every day of the week. When the final whistle blows, head over to Putty's Kitchen for great food, cold drinks, and all your favorite sports on the big screens. Nothing pairs football like wings and burgers and Putty's Kitchen and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Proud sponsor of Reggie Rogers, Jameer Boykin, Danae Dixon, Bobby Eccles Jr., and Casey Gladney.
All right, so we're back in here. Start of the second quarter. Still 0-0 here on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. Bobby Rhodes Jr. gonna punt this away. And Bobby's going to hit that one straight up in the air. Rapids going to down that. So, an interesting defensive battle in this first quarter, marred, I would say, by multiple penalties, both offensives and defenses, and multiple turnovers, obviously, by both defenses. We're locked into a battle here in the PAFL for sure. So as we begin the second quarter, Phantoms will take over with the ball at the 36-yard line. Rapids defense playing well. Flag City going to be forced to take a timeout. Coming out of that quarter break, not having the play in. Had to force it, take a timeout, give this defense an extra second to catch their breath, recoup, regroup, and try to get themselves right off the field. want to give some love to our defensive coordinator, Coach Putty, who lost his sister this week. So our thoughts and prayers with him and his family as he is with us on the sideline today. So Phantoms will take over here. After the timeout, quarterback going to just give that to the running back. He's going nowhere. Just punished up the middle. Dustin Dye, Big Ray in on the tackle. Big love to Nordonia High School for hosting us. The Nordonia Knights, a beautiful facility here. Just about 10, 15 minutes away from Falls. Give love to the Nordonia School District for allowing us to play our football there. So second down now. Rapids showing some pressure, bringing some pressure. And they're going to throw it over the middle. It's going to be caught for a big gain there. Big play by the Phantoms. Going to flip the field. Rapids showing blitz. Quarterback did a good job there to read the blitz, throw it over to the middle of that crossing route. And a big first down. Clock ticking. 13:30 here in the second quarter, still 0-0. Rapids defense with a little gut punch there. Going to bring the pressure. Quarterback stepping up in the pocket. He's just going to take off himself. He's going to break through a tackle before he's finally brought down. Two explosive plays by this Phantom offense has them set up. Ball at about the 30-yard line of this Rapids defense. Under 12, or I should say under 13 minutes now, 12:50 here in the second quarter. Phantoms with a bit of momentum here. They're going to come out, 4 wide receivers, 2 each side of the ball, 1 running back in the backfield with that quarterback. And referee's going to have a discussion whether the false start or the offsides. Each side pointing at each other.
It was like an awkward motion. It really was. Should be a legal motion.
We'll wait on the referee call. Yep, looks like it is going to be an offsides on the Rapids. Coach Jamal having a discussion there because it was an awkward motion that kind of led to the jump that they believed was a false start. Rapids defense going to need to answer the call here as they have. First down here. Quarterback, hand that off up the middle. Running back's going to try to push that. He's not going anywhere. Oh, tried to break forward for her. We're going to have just under 11:40 here as this play will roll off. Here in the second quarter, still 0-0. Phantoms with some momentum. Couple big plays got themselves on the doorstep here in the red zone. Good job by the Rapids there to get back. Yep. And a good job there. I'm going to get the Phantoms for a false start. And I do believe that's kind of been the argument from the Rapid side, is that there have been multiple false starts that have led to the offsides. But nonetheless, got to lock it in. As we're reaching the 11-minute mark here in the second quarter. Still 0-0. Phantoms break the huddle with their 4 wide receivers. 1 running back in the backfield. Quarterback going to drop back here. Looking, throwing. Ooh, and it was almost picked off. A great job there. Great defensive play. Got his hands there. Probably. Would have been celebrating on the other side. A lot of green grass in front of him. So second down now. See how this defense can hold strong here. Quarterback going to take that, hand it off to the running back up the middle. He's going to get stopped. So third down here. And I will have to report, I do see Josh Davis has taken his pads off, so it does appear that he is done. So this Rapids defense going to have to step up. Next guy up. As the coaches will preach from the top down. Third down here. Opportunity to get themselves off the field. Maybe limit this Phantoms offense to 3 points. Quarterback dropping back, looking, searching. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. A great job there by this Rapids defensive line. Going to bring up fourth down. Going to bring up decision time here. 8:45 and rolling here in the second quarter. As I said, a great job by this defensive line. And absolutely, our prayers up for our guy, Josh. No word yet. We'll find out. So fourth down here. Phantoms keeping the offense on the field. Rapids defense with a big opportunity. Quarterback dropping back, looking. He's just going to throw it deep. And it's going to fall incomplete. No flag. Great job there. And now, 7:58 here in the second quarter. Rapids offense going to get an opportunity. So, set the scene back. 7:58 here in the second quarter. Still 0-0. here at Nordonia High School. Rapids going to take a quick timeout. Offensive coordinator Chris Ballantyne want to talk a couple things over. Give some love as well as you see there on the scoreboard today to Putty's Kitchen, one of our gold level sponsors here for the Falls Rapids. Putty's Kitchen over in Akron, one of the best wing spots in the state. Period. Market. Call it.
I love you guys. Bye. Thanks for coming.
All right, so first down for this Rapids offense. Going to take that, going to hand that off to Monte. Monte's going to try to spin through, pick up a couple. Rapids will break the huddle. Mari Mitchell, Darwin Filey, Sean Smith Jr., lefty, across your screen. Monte Taylor in the backfield with Danae Dixon. And then going to take that, hand it off to Monte. Big up the middle, strong head of steam. Monte Taylor going to pick up a first down. Now, this Rapids offense starting to try to gain some momentum. Trust in two. Allow everything to open up for this field. Reggie Rogers going to check in as well. Take that. Hand that off to Monte again. Monte breaks the tackle. Going to break through the middle. Monte Taylor with another first down. Monte Taylor starting to heat up here in the second quarter. Starting to try to move this Rapids offense. Going to take a quick breather. Brandon McCann going to check in for him. Clock under 6 minutes now. Here in the second quarter. Rapids with two big plays themselves. Moving the ball themselves now. See if they can try to capitalize. Maury Mitchell isolated down here. Lane going to take that, keeping himself for it looked like possibly a broken play or a quarterback sneak. But absolutely a break there for the Rapids that wasn't blown up into a bad play. Dylan Exton, lefty, checking in. Anthony Spooney checking in. Lefty going to come in motion. Come back. We are going to have a penalty and a false start on the Rapids. So it'll be second down now. Second and 15. See if the Rapids can capitalize. Nain dropping. Was looking over towards Spooney. Slipped. Rapids break the huddle. Gonna go 3 wide down here. Lefty, Darwin, and Mari. Sean Smith Jr. isolated to the top of the screen. Brandon McCann in the backfield with Danae Dixon. Third down. Danae dropping back, looking, pressured, hit. Gonna just try to throw that away. And they are gonna throw a late flag for intentional grounding. Which will back Bobby Rhodes Jr. up for this punt. Phantoms going to have a returner, one at just at the 45, other at the 35. Low snap, but Bobby Rhodes Jr. is going to get that out, and that's a great punt by Bobby Rhodes Jr., who's going to flip the field. Awesome job there by Bobby Rhodes Jr. Good job there. Flips the field completely, pins the Phantom back at about the 11-yard line. Well, he wouldn't be yelling if we'd fucking listen. Ooh. Sorry, I was getting caught up in Coach Jamal Singleton's very passionate speech to his offensive line. Not happy with the way that his quarterback's getting touched right now. Understandably so. Rapids defense going to look here on first down. Only give up about a gain of about 2 there. Good job to rally to the football. Yep, and I apologize for that one. I did drop one there. I'm sorry. So, first person I'm going to apologize to is my mother. Sorry about that, Mom. Rapids defense here. Quarterback going to take that. Threw that out to the wide receiver. And, yep, we were told that we were playing college rules, so wide receiver is going to be marked down. Short of that first down. Bring up third down.
So I run this for the 2? I don't know either, dude.
As we reached. Well, we did reach the 2-minute warning.
I should technically start this, right?
Yep. So we've reached the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter, still 0-0. We'll take a second here on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. We'll be back for the last 2 minutes of this first half. Oh, and I apologize on that. Didn't come back in on the mic. A great stop there on third down. An opportunity, as we said, with the clock now at about 1:40 here. And fourth down, an opportunity to give this offense a chance. Anthony Spoonie going to check in to try make something happen here on the return. FCP running the clock down. Got about 1:20 now left. Rapids will have just under a minute or so. Probably about 30 to 45 seconds left. Although FCP is going to bring the offense back out. Not sure if they're just going to run the clock down and then punt it. Oh, they are going to take it and just pooch it. It's going to go out of bounds. At about the 45-yard line. We'll see if this offense can find a bit of magic here just before halftime. So Rapids will break the huddle at the 45-yard line. 55 seconds left in the half. Still 0-0 here. An opportunity. Maury Mitchell, Darwin Filey, Sean Smith Jr., Lefty May, Brandon McCann in the backfield. Quarterback. Going to throw that out to McCann in the flat. McCann's going to catch it. Going to dance. Going to try to move up the middle. Going to get hit hard. Rapids offense going to have to move fast if they're going to have to want to make this happen. Looks like we are going to have a Phantoms player injured. So clock will stop with 40 seconds left.
Infinity Construction Company. From healthcare and education to retail and office buildings, Infinity Construction delivers expert general contracting, construction management, and design build services throughout Northeast Ohio. Whether it's building anew or bringing a vision to life, Infinity Construction is committed to quality, integrity, and lasting partnerships. When it's time to build, build with confidence. Check out infinityconstruction.com today and discover how they're bringing projects to life across Northeast Ohio. Proud sponsors of Josh Davis and Mari Mitchell.
All right, so back here on the Strawbro Sports Show, Facebook and YouTube page. We appreciate you in joining us for Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football. Rapids, 40 seconds left here in the second quarter. 0-0. Good to see the Flag City player get up under his own power, helped off by our trainer. Rapids with an opportunity now. Maury Darwin down on this side. Danae Dix is going to drop back looking. He had a man. It is going to be intercepted. However, you saw the flag. We're going to have pass interference on the defense. Going to push that ball up. And with 20 seconds left, going to give the Rapids an opportunity to potentially put some points on the board right before half. Got a chance to steal some points away here. DB pushed, basically pushed Darwin out of the way and got to the ball. And that going to put the ball at the 28-yard line. Was waiting for the final spot there. So 20 seconds left here and an opportunity. As we said, Mari Mitchell, Darwin Filey, Sean Smith Jr., Lefty May in at wide receiver. Brandon McCann in at running back. And they ain't going to take this. Pressured, looking out that way. Had Sean Smith Jr., and we're going to have another flag on the play. He got there just way too early. 15 seconds left now. It was a bang-bang play. Referee's going to come in and have a discussion. I don't think there really should be one. It was a bang-bang play, but he got there early. So another pass interference. Going to put the ball at the 18-yard line for the Rapids. So now in the red zone. 15 seconds left. Just want to make sure I could cover that end zone just in case. Referee going to move that ball to the other side. So 15 seconds left. Mari Mitchell, Darwin Filey, Sean Smith Jr., Lefty May. Monte Taylor checking back in at running back. Bobby Rhodes Jr. warming up the leg on the sideline. Denane going to drop back. Looking. Going to look for the end zone. Got Mari in for a jump ball, and it's going to be picked off, and it's going to be a race because there's no one in front of him. He's going to try to cut back towards the middle of the field, and a good job there by the Rapids to stop that from turning into points themselves. Denane Dixon was looking for Mari in the corner of the end zone. Didn't get it up there. Mari had to come over top of the DBs. I'm looking back now on the replay. Got that ball almost out to about the 50-yard line. So 2 seconds left here in the half. Quarterback dropping back, looking. He's going to get pressured and sacked, and that'll do it for the end of this half. We're going to step away here. Rapid 0, FCP 0. We'll be back after halftime on the Strawbro Sports Show. Today I want to talk to you about Ani's Army Foundation. Started by Mark and Lynn Meyer to honor their daughter Annika, Ani's Army Foundation was formed to raise money for the research of medulloblastoma tumors and other pediatric cancers, while making a positive impact on the community and helping those families in need. Here on the website, anisarmy.org, you can follow Ani's story, a story of strength and the love that her family has with her and she has with them as she fights this battle. Here on the website, if you can, please donate via Venmo, credit card, PayPal, cash, or check. Any donation is loved and any donation is appreciated. Thank you. All right, welcome back live here on the Strawbro Sports Show, Facebook and YouTube page as we get ready to start the third quarter here. Rapids are going to receive this football. Brandon McCann, Sean Smith Jr. going to be back to return this kick. A very, very defensive-led battle in the first half, marred by multiple penalties, multiple turnovers by both offenses. And it's going to be a squib line drive kick right at Ray Ray. And Ray Ray did an amazing job to just dive on that football. Kicker absolutely just drilled that thing right into the first guy that he could. And a great job by Ray Ray to get on that and catch that dive on that football. That could have been disastrous for anyone. So, Rapids offense. Going to come in here. And look to make some things happen. They're going to get the ball at the 47-yard line of the Phantoms. 0-0. Both teams, opportunities in the end zone, opportunities on either sides have. Were not able to capitalize. Sean Smith Jr., Darwin Filey, Lefty May isolated up top. Reggie Rogers in the backfield with Danae Dixon. Oh, I'm sorry, Zaire Graham. And Zaire's going to take that, and he's going to just push that right up the middle for a big first down. Good to have Zaire back in. Strong, powerful running back. Gain of 9 there. So Rapids break the huddle now. Sean Smith Jr., Darwin Filey, Mari Mitchell, now the isolated guy. Lane going to take that, looking. He's going to throw that out for Darwin. He's got Darwin. Oh, and he let it. Oh, Darwin had it. And a good job by the DB to kind of get in there. Darwin had to turn for that football. DB did a good job to get his hands in there and rip that one away. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 now. Let's see what offensive coordinator Chris Ballantyne has cooked up. Maybe even potentially 2-down territory if they want to take a shot here. Save the run. I was able to talk to Josh Davis at halftime. He's going to be out for the rest of this game with a shoulder injury. So unfortunate for the Rapids there and unfortunate for him. We love Josh, a great human being and a great football player. So a speedy recovery wish to Josh there. Third and 1 here. Going to take that, hand it to Zaire. Zaire's just going to run that thing up the middle, and he's not going to get tackled, and he's going to break away and take it to the house. An amazing job there. He broke through the contact, would not be stopped. And just like that, first possession of the second half. And the Rapids explode for a touchdown. Bobby Rhodes Jr. in to attempt the extra point. Ball is down. Kick is up. And good. We got a flag on the play. As I'm watching the replay, just an outstanding job by Zaire Graham to just break through the tackling and get himself into the end zone. Bobby Rhodes Jr. tacks on the extra point, and with 13-18 left in the third quarter, Rapids take the first lead, put the first points on the board. And that, as I was part of the halftime discussions down there on the field, a gut check conversation for this Rapids team. 0-0 at half, unacceptable from the players themselves, from the coaching staff, from the ownership, and hell, even me, vice president and broadcaster. 0-0 wasn't good enough. They asked this team to respond, and on the first drive, they absolutely did. And I want to give a shout out to my guy Austin in the booth for mentioning it to me and saying it out loud. The squib kick helped the Rapids gain possession as they kick one there on their own. Phantom's going to take that out to almost the half-yard line. So back-to-back squib kicks from both kickers, going to set both offenses up with good field position. But as I was saying, the squib kick put the Rapids offense on the other side of half field. Zaire with a big run. Two of them, one on first down, one on third down. And the Rapids, 7, Phantoms, 0. So, Phantoms offense going to take over. They're going to have the ball at their own 47-yard line. So the ball's going to be at the 47-yard line for both teams. Same spot. Both offenses, what can you do? Quarterback going to take that, hand it off to the big man. Big man's going to get wrapped up in the backfield and pushed backwards. A great job by this Rapids defense to rally to the football. The big man up front, led by Dustin Dye. Second down here. 12:30 and counting, ticking away here in the third quarter at Nordonia High School. Appreciate them for having us in. Rapids defense looking to immediately make a play for themselves. Quarterback dropping back. Pressured. Going to look deep. Good coverage. Oh, and we're going to have a flag. multiple flags. We got a hold. We got 2 flags. We got a pass interference on the Rapids. That's going to be declined. We've got a personal foul and a roughing the passer on the Rapids. That'll be accepted. So 2 penalties, both of the 15-yard variety, are going to move the Phantoms up the field. So a tale of these penalties that has been right now the Achilles heel for this Rapids team, offense and defense. However, scoreboard shifted currently in the Rapids' favor, 7-0. However, now ball going to be at the 38-yard line of the Rapids. Phantoms have an opportunity with the ball driving. 12 minutes left still in the third quarter. Plenty of game here to still be played. First down, fresh set of downs for the Phantoms. Quarterback going to take that, hand that off to the running back, and he's just going to push that ahead. And that big running back with a head of steam is going to be hard to bring down. Momentum shifting right back. We're going to have a flag. We're going to have a false start. Phantoms will break the huddle here. 2nd and 15. Play clock winding down. And the Rapids jumped. So, we'll reset. So they'll get the 5 yards back. Oh, yeah. So false start. First down. Phantoms in territory here. Going to hand that off to that running back again. He's going to get tackled there. Brought down early. We're going to have a Rapids player down. So we'll take a break here on the broadcast. We'll be back in a second.
Putty's Kitchen. Whether you're craving award-winning wings, juicy burgers, loaded fries, or your favorite cocktail, Putty's Kitchen is the place to catch the game with family and friends. Located at 1714 Merriman Road in Akron, Ohio, they're serving up great food, great drinks, and a winning atmosphere every day of the week. When the final whistle blows, head over to Putty's Kitchen for great food, cold drinks, and all your favorite sports on the big screens. Nothing pairs football like wings and burgers and Putty's Kitchen and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Proud sponsor of Reggie Rogers, Jameer Boykin, Denane Dixon, Bobby Eccles Jr., and Casey Gladney.
He don't look right. All right. Back in here. So, second down here. Rapids defense showing some pressure. Going to hand that off to the running back again, and he'll get tackled for a gain of just a couple. 9:40. $9:30 and counting here in the third quarter. Phantoms on the doorstep. Ball going to be at the 18-yard line, but a third down here. Two wide receivers stacked down to the bottom. One wide receiver isolated. Extra blocker in. Running back in the backfield. Quarterback going to take that. Looking. Pressured. Going to get absolutely mollywopped by this entire defensive line who walked through and force a fourth down. So we'll see. See what the Phantoms decide to do here. So it's going to be fourth down now. Can pick up the first down at it looks like about the 15-yard line. Don't have to go for the end zone here. Quarterback dropping back, looking, pressured, gets away from it, going to throw it up, going to fall incomplete. No flag, and that's going to turn over on downs. And this Rapids offense will take over. A great job there by the defense. So this Rapids offense will take over. I was mistaken on the downage. Ball is going to be at about the 22-yard line. 7:56 left in the third quarter. Rapids going to take a timeout here. Run a couple things through. Make sure everyone's on the same page. We'll step away here on the Straw Bro Sports Show. We'll be back in a second.
Infinity Construction Company. From healthcare and education to retail and office buildings, Infinity Construction delivers expert general contracting, construction management, and design build services throughout Northeast Ohio. Whether it's building anew or bringing a vision to life, Infinity Construction is committed to quality, integrity, and lasting partnerships. When it's time to build with confidence. Check out infinityconstruction.com today and discover how they're bringing projects to life across Northeast Ohio. Proud sponsors of Josh Davis and Mari Mitchell.
And I got to agree there with you, Tank. A huge possession here for the Rapids. 7:55 left in the third quarter. An opportunity to give themselves some separation. Monte Taylor checking back into the game for the Rapids. Going to take that, hand it off to Monte. Monte's going to break it up the middle. Monte's going to cut it back. And Monte Taylor has got some grass. He's got more moves to do. He cuts it back again. And Monte Taylor is gone. He did it last week. I should say 2 weeks ago. And every week, Monte Taylor provides one of, if not, the best highlight clips that you will find in all of this level of football. The most electric running back that you will see on your screen right here for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Took it to the house. I couldn't keep up with him on the camera because he was running too fast. Bobby Rose Jr. going to come in to attempt the extra point, and we just talked about it. A huge opportunity for the Rapids to put points and put some separation between themselves. And that's exactly what they did. Bobby Rhodes Jr. on the extra point now. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. So, with 7:40 left in the third quarter, Rapids 14, Phantoms nothing. And this Rapids offense, the defense as well, but the defense, I would have to say, after giving up 0 points in the first half, did their job. This Rapids offense has absolutely responded to Coach Jamal Singleton's call out at halftime. 2 offensive possessions, 2 touchdowns, all from 3 running plays. 2 running plays from Zaire Graham, 7 points. 1 from Monte Taylor, 7 points. 14-0. Rapids over the Phantoms. Woke up this team, woke up this sideline, woke up this crowd, and woke up the broadcaster. Bobby Rhodes Jr. going to kick this one away. A little squib. Onside kick. Almost. A little scramble for the ball there. And I actually like it. I know we've been critical of the special teams sometimes, but I like they're up 14-0. Almost got hands to the ball. Had they of an opportunity to go up 21-0 and maybe put this game away here in the third quarter. I like the aggressiveness. I like the gamble. Now, the only issue, did not give your defense a long time to take a breather there. Monte Taylor, 1 play and done. However, doesn't matter to this defense. Hand it off on the first play. Phantoms, and he's going to just dive through for a nice gain there. Boom Lumbus going to check into the game. Rapids defense are going to do a good job there. Rapids defense looking to make another statement here. They're going to hand it off to the running back. He's going to pick up a head of steam. He's going to push ahead again. Don't leave yet. We're having the kids on the field and stuff after the game. Rapids defense getting pushed back again here. Quarterback going to take that, hand it off again. He's going to get met in the hole, not go anywhere. Great job by Dustin Dye and some of those other defensive linemen to get in there, make a big play. And a shout out to you, Tank. A score update currently down in West Virginia. Cleveland Cobras up 44-16 over the Leviathan. I would say we were sending our well wishes that way, but we'll see either one of those teams later on down the line. Maybe. .420 left here in the third quarter. Phantoms try to make something happen on offense for themselves. Quarterback going to drop back to pass here. Get pressured again. He's not getting away. This Rapids defensive line is really starting to take control. Zaire Graham in on the sack too. It's going to back him up for a very, very long third down. Quarterback going to drop back, looking. He's going to look deep. And he's just going to throw that over top, throw it long. Incomplete pass, so it's going to set up fourth down and long with 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. This is going to be fourth down here. Phantoms will have to get to the 11-yard line to pick up a first down here. Going to run out of time. Going to take themselves a timeout. And that'll give us a second to step away here. on the broadcast. We'll be back in a second. So, back in after the timeout. Fourth down here. 2:20 left in the third quarter. Rapids obviously looking to get off the field here, give that offense an opportunity to go 3 for 3 here in the second half. Quarterback going to drop back, looking, escapes. No, he doesn't. He's going to get sacked again in the backfield. Great job by this Rapids defensive line. They have absolutely turned it up. And we'll see now what this Rapids offense can do. They're going to take over at the 40-yard line. So, Rapids break the huddle. Maury Mitchell isolated down here on by himself. Dylan Exton up top. Brandon McCann in the backfield. A little jumbo set for the Rapids. Going to try to really push this ball right down this Phantom defense. Take it. Going to hand it off to McCann. McCann's going to try to get shifty. He's going to try to break it out. He can't. He's going to get wrapped up right there. $150 and counting here in the third quarter. Rapids offense, 2 possessions in the second half, 2 touchdowns, 1 from running back Zaire Graham, 1 from running back Monte Taylor. Looking to try to go maybe 3 for 3 here with Brandon McCann. As I said, Rapids coming out in that big jumbo single eye. 2 wide receivers, Maury Mitchell and Dylan Exton. Brandon McCann going to get the handoff again. McCann's going to push it up the middle. McCann is going to break that. McCann is going to try. He's going to get finally tackled at about the 40-yard line. And this Rapids running game has absolutely exploded in the second half. Does not matter which guy is in. The offensive line, after being called out by the coaching staff, has not just responded, but has absolutely been dominant in the second half. Absolutely. Taking them in the deep waters now. FCP traveling light. Rapids taking advantage of that here in the second half. McCann's going to stay in. Rapids going to stay in that jumbo set. Extra lineman in. Maury Mitchell, Dylan Exton, your wide receivers. Going to take it again, give it to McCann. Nope, he's going to take that, keep it, and he's going to look. Oh, and a great job there. Outstanding play by the DB to get over to that ball. Just couldn't get it to him. A great job there. So, Same formation, change of running back. Zaire Graham going to come into the game. Wonder if the Rapids might hand that ball off right here. Going to fake the handoff. Looking. Try to throw it up for Reggie Rogers. Couldn't get there. And that is going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a step away here on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. We'll be back for the fourth quarter of Rapids football. So we check back in there. I apologize for the audio issue there. Lane Dixon trying to take a shot there. Did fall incomplete.
I did. It was running. The fuck? It was literally running.
Rapids offense.
And it was running.
Quarterback going to drop back. Looking. Got Sean Smith over there on a great job by Sean Smith Jr. to go up and get that ball.
The clock is seriously running. He turns around and then gets pissed and tells me when it's to stop it when it's running.
And it says the time it was already in.
Yeah. It was literally running. So
That's exactly what this offense needed there. 14 and counting here in the fourth quarter. 13:55-54, the correct time on the clock. 14-0. Rapids offense moving the ball now. Ball at the 30-yard line. Darwin Filey isolated down there at the bottom. Maury Mitchell up to the top. McCann in the backfield. Phantom showing pressure. bringing everybody up. Going to hand it off to McCann. McCann's going to try to break it out to the outside. He's got some distance. He's going to get out there. Going to pick up a gain of a couple.
Fuck, seriously, ref.
So, moving the ball ahead. First down here for the Rapids. Ball at the 20. Going to get themselves into the red zone. A chance to really, really potentially ice this game away. So, we'll see how this Rapids offense is going to attack this. Darwin isolated down. Reggie moving in motion.
Fucking running. He turns around and then tells me to stop the fucking block.
Yo. Now we're going to have a flag. We're going to have a timeout by the Rapids. We'll take a second here on the Strawboro Sports Show.
Putty's Kitchen. Whether you're craving award-winning wings, juicy burgers, loaded fries, or your favorite cocktail, Putty's Kitchen is the place to catch the game with family and friends. Located at 1714 Merriman Road in Akron, Ohio, they're serving up great food, great drinks, and a winning atmosphere every day of the week. When the final whistle blows, head over to Putty's Kitchen for great food, cold drinks, and all your favorite sports on the big screens. Nothing pairs football like wings and burgers and Putty's Kitchen and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Proud sponsor of Reggie Rogers, Jameer Boykin, Denane Dixon, Bobby Eccles Jr., and Casey Gladney.
All right, we're coming back in here in the fourth quarter. A lot of extracurriculars being picked up on the microphone between the field and up here in the booth, so we do apologize for some of those. Those things happen. Football is a tough game. So, Rapids in here. Fourth quarter. 12-17 left in the fourth quarter. Rapids on the doorstep. Going to hand it off to McCann. McCann's going to try to push that up. Going to get a couple. Gain of about a yard. And we're going to have a flag. Illegal shift on the offense. Multiple men in motion at one time. No, I appreciate you, Mad Dog. As I said, some couple extra things getting picked up. Have to be mindful of that. We do apologize for that. Like I said, don't want to get ourselves tossed off of here whatsoever. Now, offense. A little bit more of a job to do. Ball right here. With an opportunity. Denane going to take that, going to try to hand it off to Zaire. Zaire going to get tripped up immediately. Rapids offense going to have to hurry up to get this play off, and they do. Then they ain't going to take that. He's going to swim move. Going to try to, and he got his arm hit. He was trying to swim through and get that, fire that throw off. Just wasn't able to. Going to bring up fourth down now. Bobby Rose Jr. going to come in. See. Bobby Rose Jr. going to come in to attempt. Field goal here. Going to be about a 40-yarder. Opportunity to redeem himself here. Snap is down. Ball is up. And it's going to be tipped and blocked. So we've got a penalty. We got a roughing the kicker call. It's going to give the Rapids 15 yards, a first down, and with 9:21 left in the fourth quarter, a real opportunity to just completely ice this game and put it away. And I've got to agree, the kicking, we have a great kicker on Bobby Rhodes Jr., but absolutely is hard to get these field goals off. We see them week in, week out, regardless of the team. Part of it officiating, too, whether or not the officials are kind of letting them crowd the center and come through the gap, but absolutely a big penalty here for the Rapids with 9:21 left in the fourth quarter. They're up 14-0 now. We're going to step away for an injury. We'll be back in a minute.
Today I want to talk to you about Ani's Army Foundation. Started by Mark and Lynn Meyer to honor their daughter Annika, Ani's Army Foundation was formed to raise money for the research of medulloblastoma tumors and other pediatric cancers, while making a positive impact on the community and helping those families in need. Here on the website, anisarmy.org, you can follow Ani's story, a story of strength and the love that her family has with her and she has with them as she fights this battle. Here on the website, if you can, please donate via Venmo, credit card, PayPal, cash, or check. Any donation is loved and any donation is appreciated. Thank you.
All right, we're back here. Fourth quarter with the penalty. Rapids now going to have the ball at about the 11-yard line with a real opportunity here. And Ben, we're definitely missing you here, hyping up our home crowd here today. Glad to have you in with us, though. as always, my guy. Monte Taylor's going to check back in for this Rapids offense. Fourth quarter here. 9:02 left in the fourth quarter. Going to hand it off to Monte. Monte going to try to just push it forward there. So second down now for the Rapids. Come out here, 3 wide receivers. Mari Mitchell, Mari Mitchell, Dylan Exton, lefty, Monte Taylor in the backfield. Gonna hand that off to Monte. Monte's just gonna sprint up the middle for a touchdown. 21-0 Rapids. I'm sorry. 20-0. Rapids up. And I love the aggressiveness call there. We are going to have a penalty. Well, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, most likely to be assessed on the kickoff. Bobby Rhodes Jr. going to come in to attempt another extra point here as the Rapids, through the ground, have now scored 3 touchdowns. 2 from Monte Taylor, 1 from Zaire Graham. Bobby Rhodes Jr. going to come in to put a nice ball is down, up, and through. So, a tale of 2 halves. 0-0 in the first quarter and the second quarter. Rapids come out, first possession of the second half, run the ball in, and from that point forward have taken control of this game. And now, with 8:12 left in the fourth quarter, this is where this Rapids defense, as good as it is, becomes even better. When you are down, desperate for points, need to force the ball down the field, need to force the ball, this is where this Rapids defense absolutely comes into play. This Rapids defense absolutely loves to be in this position, to be able to ball hawk, attack the quarterback. That quarterback needs longer to throw those deeper routes and those longer passes, and that just gives this defense another opportunity and another second or two to get to that quarterback. Shout out to Moms back in the stream. Moms, I'm sorry for all the language today that you probably didn't hear, but you will hear at some point. Facebook and YouTube, we apologize as well. Apologize to our fans of the Rapids. A couple F-bombs snuck through on the broadcast. That's not what we want to be a part of. It's not what we want to promote, so we do apologize. Bobby Rhodes Jr. Gonna kick away here. He's just gonna a little pooch up into the middle. Good job there by Anthony Spoonie to get right down there. So with 8:09 left in the fourth quarter, 21-0. We'll see what answers this Flag City offense can try to come up with. They've had plenty of opportunities. They've moved the ball, whether it be through the air or through the ground, just unable to capitalize on those opportunities today. And to be fair, the Rapids offense weren't able to capitalize on those opportunities for a bit of the first half, but have gone and turned this game around. And I got to give a huge shout out to this offensive line. They were challenged at halftime, and they didn't just respond and meet that challenge. They definitely took control of this game. So, ball at the 25-yard line. Phantom's going to come out. 3 wide receivers at the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom, running back in the backfield with the quarterback. Quarterback going to take that. He's going to throw it out quick. Little wide receiver screen. He's going to try to break through some blockers, and he does. Ooh. Took someone out on the sideline there. And it looks like another I should say the same Rapids player injured on that play. So we're going to take a timeout here on the Strawbro Sports Show. We'll be back in a second for the last 7:51 of your fourth quarter of Rapids football.
Putty's Kitchen. Whether you're craving award-winning wings, juicy burgers, loaded fries, or your favorite cocktail, Putty's Kitchen is the place to catch the game with family and friends. Located at 1714 Merriman Road in Akron, Ohio, they're serving up great food, great drinks, and a winning atmosphere every day of the week. When the final whistle blows, head over to Putty's Kitchen for great food, cold drinks, and all your favorite sports on the big screens. Nothing pairs football like wings and burgers and Putty's Kitchen and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Proud sponsor of Reggie Rogers, Jameer Boykin, Denane Dixon, Bobby Eccles Jr., and Casey Gladney.
Back in here. Apologize for that. Having to unfortunately mute some of that. So, looks like we're going to have a helmet to helmet. Wow. So, that is a helmet to helmet call, and Rapids player unfortunately going to be ejected, but I don't necessarily 100% agree with that call. However, we'll continue here. 7:30 now left in the fourth quarter. Phantom's looking for an answer. Going to hand it off to that running back. He's going to try to spin it back, but he ain't going nowhere. Multiple members of the Rapids defense in there on the gang tackle. And I will say this running back is a big running back. When he gets ahead of steam, absolutely hard to take down. But the side to side, to be able to spin back, that's not necessarily a strength of his game. Clock under 6:50 now here in the fourth quarter. Rapids up 21-0, looking to just see this one out. Wide receiver going to come over in motion. They're going to hand him the ball. He's going to follow his blocker, and he's going to get wrapped up. He's not going to go anywhere. Gain of maybe about 3 or 4 there. So it's going to be third down now. So the clock gets to about 6 minutes here in the fourth quarter. As we said, Rapids offense held to 0 points. Defense gave up 0 points in the first half, but as we move to the second quarter, the second half, it's been a tale of 2 halves. 21 points for this Rapids offense as you see the sun starting to finally come out here at Nordonia High School Stadium. Rapids going to have an offsides, going to have a free play. Quarterback going to just try to throw it over the middle there. He's going to find his wide receiver, who then dropped the ball. Oh, I'm sorry, he did not drop the ball. What? So, clock going to be at about under 5 minutes on this play. Phantom's starting to move the ball again. Quarterback looking, and he's going to be hit hard, and he threw it right into the arms of the defensive lineman who's going to take that ball to the house. Rapids, touchdown, Rapids, ball game. And you see how much it means to this defense and how much it means to this team. An outstanding hit by LaMarcus. Just outstanding defense by the Rapids. A huge sack. Ball just went right into the arms of the defensive lineman, and he did what he should do, and that is run that thing all the way to the house. An outstanding showing in the second half. As Bobby Rhodes Jr. is going to come on to put a nice exclamation point on a dominant second half performance. You could argue the second half here has been one of the most dominant performances the Rapids has had. Ball up and in from Bobby Rhodes Jr. And it's 28-0. Rapids over the Phantoms. 4:43 left in the fourth quarter, and the Rapids have absolutely blown the door off of this game. And I also have to give this defense credit because, again, for the third game of the season, this Rapids defense has put points on the board themselves. We have 3 pick sixes on the year, and now we add our 4th, although I don't know if you would call that a interception or technically a fumble return. For either way, nonetheless, 28-0 Rapids over the Phantoms. 4:43 left in the game. All a formality now. That's the exclamation point. That is the exclamation point. So, and I have to laugh. This is a good one. So, due to the celebration, the entire Rapids bench went and celebrated. So, the entire team has an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. But we'll take them. 4:43 left here in the fourth quarter. Bobby Rhodes Jr. kicking off from his own 20. Oh, he's going to squib that, and it's going to get taken, and he's going to get really good field position. He's going to get that ball at about the 35-yard line. But this game has absolutely been flipped over on its side, and all because of the offensive and defensive line of the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. And you see how much it means to this team, to this defense. They play for each other. It's a real brotherhood. It's a real family on this team. And they faced adversity today for sure. The first half of this game was absolutely a test and some adversity, but they have responded in the second half, and I just, in a way that kind of takes me out from words, even though this is my job. Please remember, I am also the vice president. I love this team, and the way they have responded in the second half, I'm completely proud of every person on this roster to respond this way. Running back gonna push that head, gain only maybe one. Just see a helmet come off of there. Big root beer. 4:30. And absolutely, Ben Wars are won and lost in the trenches, and the offensive and defensive line really came through. And absolutely, Sham, a big shout out to Dylan Mayfield on the return for the touchdown there. I got lost in the sauce there and couldn't even figure out my words. So I appreciate the help there. Big love to our guy Sham. FCP going to hand that off to the running back again. He's going to push and push and push and push. Almost pick up a first down there. Great job. Okay. As it says, the clock keeps running. Now under 4 minutes. Still a bit of work to do here. Quarterback going to take that to that running back again. Tripped up by Boom Lumbus and Ray on the tackle. And it's been hard to give one person necessarily a shout-out for a tackle today. And that's a shout-out to this defense because they are rallying to the football constantly on every play. Clock at 2:50 here in the fourth quarter. Rapids offense and defense have really taken it to the Phantoms here in the second half. FCP trying to look to put some points on the board. Try to gain a little bit of momentum. Quarterback going to throw it out to his wide receiver. He's got a man out there. He's going to try to spin out, and he does. Kind of gets away. Good job there once again. Ray in on the tackle. Bama has been everywhere today. Got to give him some love. Going to take that to the running back. He's going to get hit immediately. As we've reached the 2-minute warning here. Rapids up 28-0. At some point, I'm going to start doing World Cup score updates because this thing is all but a formality. So, and as always, we'll be down on the field post-game to talk to your Rapids player of the game. Not sure exactly who we'll call out. Multiple people could be involved. Monte Taylor with another big game. Zaire Graham with another touchdown. Anthony Spooney with an interception. Dylan Mayfield with a return touchdown. You never know who might pop up on the Strawboro Sports Show Instagram page as your Rapids player of the game. So, 2-minute warning here. In and over. Second down for the Phantoms. As I said, looking to try to put some points. Going to get rid of that goose egg. Quarterback going to keep it. Hand it off to the running back. He's going to try to turn the corner. He leaps over a man. Wow. Outstanding play. That is a big boy. That is a big running back. And he absolutely turned that corner and leaped over a Rapids defender. That was a great play. Phantoms break the huddle here. Second down. Third down. Rapids showing some pressure. Going to hand that off to that. Run it. Oh. It's going to be completed for a touchdown. So, with 1 minute left in the fourth quarter, FCP going to get themselves on the scoreboard. I'm going to assume we're going to go for two.
Do you have to change the rating of your broadcast from your TV EG to?
So, 2-point conversion. Quarterback going to look. And he did get it in. I didn't get the camera over there. I apologize. But the 2-point conversion is successful. So, 28-8 with 1 minute left here in the fourth quarter. All right. So, 1 minute left here in the fourth quarter. Couple of kneel downs away. And this Rapids team remains undefeated on the season. I doubt I will ask what is next or how this team feels. The goals have changed. I'm not even going to ask it because the goal has been from the outset, from game one, championship. Undefeated season. That journey has continued. A definite bump in the road today. As we said, a bit of adversity. That adversity conquered by this offense and this defense together as a unit. One team. We over me. FCP might be looking for an onside kick here. So, with a minute left, FCP went for the onside kick. However, it did look like the person who kicked the ball was the one who grabbed it, which is illegal. Could be incorrect myself there. Not sure if that ball went 10 yards either, but we will see. So we're having a discussion. Not really sure. All right, so with a minute left, 57 seconds left, actually. Phantom's going to have the ball. Now we've got a flag. Rapids running some guys off late. They're going to get a flag for that, for too many on the field. Running back's not going to get anywhere, but going to pick up some free yardage. Check the penalty. Our 100th of the game. Got a penalty on the Rapids. 2 penalties on the Rapids. So, gonna push the ball way up the field. And although 49 seconds left here, still.
It's one or the other, right?
Clock starting to tick here with 45 seconds left. Phantoms. So we'll have another conversation with the referees. I was trying to be positive about this officiating crew because they were over top of it, but we've had some real issues with the communication between them and us up here with the clock and everything else. So, got to do better at this level with our officiating crews. Quarterback looking here, going to try to throw it deep. And it's going to fall incomplete. As I see some fun going on in the comments. Shout out to all of you for joining us here, whether it was on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook or YouTube page. As we said, 20 seconds left here. And yeah, definitely picking up some backdoor covers here on some yardage and some points. Maybe even the spread. No, I know you guys are. Shout out to you, Ethan. I have appreciated you being in with us on the stream with us today. I really do. It's all love. Quarterback dropping back. Looking. Gonna try to throw one in. And that's gonna fall incomplete. Just out of the corner of where I can get that camera into that corner of the end zone. So now 9 seconds left. One of the longest minutes in pro advanced history.
Y'all gentlemen have a good one.
Take care, man. Have a happy 4th.
So this should be one of, if not the last play of the game here. Hey, shout out to former Rapids, Jimmy Cooney tapping in from LA. We love it. Appreciate you as always too, Jimmy. Quarterback looking. He's going to take that himself. He's going to look towards the end zone. Oh, and a great job there by the DB to break that play up. And now with 3 seconds left, third down here, this will be your final play of the game. Rapids putting the cap on what has so far been an undefeated season. And as I've said many times here in the second half, a tale of two halves. Dominant on defense throughout this game, but the offense took a minute to finally get rolling, and when they did, absolutely exploded for 28 points in a hurry, 14 on the legs of Monte Taylor, 7 on the legs of Zaire Graham, and Dylan Mayfield with a return that absolutely has to be watched. Last play of your game here. Going to throw it up into the end zone. It will be caught for a touchdown. So, some garbage time points that'll make the score, I will say, appear closer. However, that'll do it for us here at Nordonia High School. Rapids remain undefeated, 28-14 over the Flag City Phantoms. That'll do it for us here on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. As always, your voice of the Rapids, Ken Straub, signing off here. We'll be back next week for more Rapids.